Scotland, the birthplace of whiskey, the telephone and penicillin, and in 2010 to backpack and travel accessory company Trakke. Hey everyone, it's Nathan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Trakke Storr, a 30-litre pack that's been handmade in Scotland from super durable and high quality materials. And the best thing is it's been made specifically for one bag travel, which is what us here at Pack Hacker are all about. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. So without further ado, let's jump into this Trakke Storr review. The Trakke Storr carry-on backpack features a minimalistic design and simple aesthetic that we really like the look of. Trakke has somehow managed to design a bag that not only looks beautiful but also rugged and ready for adventure, which is some achievement. The style of the pack will work with most outfits and environments too, which is a bonus for traveling. The branding on the Storr is subtle and discreet. You'll only find one logo on this pack, a delightful Trakke wordmark with Handmade in Scotland proudly emblazoned underneath. This pack is available in 5 colours: olive, black, crottle, navy and plum. In truth, we'd be happy with any of the colour options, but we went with plum for this review and we're actually really happy that we did. When do you get to rock a purple backpack that actually looks good? Purple is a bold colour for a backpack, but we're happy to report that this particular shade works really well in practice. It's a nicely subdued, dark and moody purple, much like all of their other colours. When it comes to materials, Trakke certainly hasn't cut any corners, and in fact it's something that they take very seriously, which we really like to see, especially from a bag that places itself at the higher end of the market. Back in 2011 they were using Cordura, but came to the conclusion that it was boring and just doesn't have much soul, so they went searching for something else. Over on the Trakke website, they sum up their quest beautifully by saying, "We always knew that we wanted to make our bags in the UK, so it seemed crazy to import materials from overseas. Instead, we looked closer to home. We were searching for materials that were strong, durable and timeless. Materials that had a track record, a history, some heritage, and we found them. We discovered waxed canvas, a cloth that was developed by Scottish fishermen in the 1800s. At this point, we would usually chalk this up as a bit of marketing spiel. However, we're really feeling Trakke on this one, and we dig the thought process behind the decision, and just the brand ethos as a whole. Canvas is typically heavier than other popular bag materials on the market, like polyester and nylon, so you wouldn't be crazy to think that the wax canvas used on the Trakke Storr would make it a little bit heavier than other packs available. Surprisingly, the Storr weighs in at only 3.1 pounds. A pretty average weight for a pack this size. The waxed cotton canvas on the Trakke Storr is also highly water resistant, and when it comes to water resistance, Trakke didn't stop just there, because every zip that you're going to find on this thing is a YKK AquaGuard on the outside and also on the inside of this pack. And on the inside is that same waxed cotton canvas found on the outside, but this time it's with that dry finish. And what that means basically is that the Trakke Storr is waterproofed, or at least highly water resistant, from the outside and also the inside, which is crazy to think. We actually emailed Trakke to ask about this, and they came back to us and said that they just wish to over-spec the whole of the Trakke Storr, and with those features and those benefits, they certainly have done this. But of course, here at Pack Hacker, we had to put it to the test. So we went outside, absolutely drenched this thing of water for a good couple of minutes, and came back to find that it passed with flying colours. No water got inside whatsoever. Now, rounding off the materials used on the Trakke Storr, you'll find stainless steel clash hooks on the shoulder straps, which are sourced from within the UK and forged from 70% recycled steel. There's some polyester webbing that's expertly sewn around the pack to create the handles, and finally there's some moly on the left hand side of this thing. The Trakke Storr is designed for simplicity and therefore doesn't have too much stuff going on externally. They've only included external components that they believe will stand the test of time and won't compromise the pack's integrity. Starting with the harness system, the shoulder straps feature some pretty dense foam padding, which will provide you with an overall comfortable carry. There are a few things to note with this harness system though. You're not going to find any load lifters, a hip belt, or even a sternum strap. Considering this bag is only 30 litres, there isn't a real necessity for a hip belt or a sternum strap, and in testing we didn't miss them. However, we did find that this bag can sit quite far away from your back, especially if you have a smaller frame, and we feel that load lifters would help a fair bit here with improving the carry, bringing the top of the pack closer to your back and shoulders. Hideaway harness systems tend to be hotly debated. You either think it's unnecessary or a vital inclusion, but Trakke has been able to create a system that works seamlessly without being a hindrance if you don't want to use it. And if you didn't know about it in the first place, you might not even realise that it's even there. The Trakke Storr features two handles, one on the top and one on the right hand side. These look and feel like they're going to last a lifetime, and while this is great, you do lose a tiny bit of comfort due to the lack of any padding. We would have liked to have seen a bit of padding on these handles, but in all truth, you're not going to be using them for any length of time. After all, this is a backpack that's designed to be worn on your back. There are also a few accessory attachment points found on the exterior of the pack. First up, there is a D-ring located on the top left of the pack, which is designed for your luggage tags or anything else you want to clip on. Next up, you'll find some molly on the left-hand side. This molly can be used in conjunction with their molly lashing straps, which provide a system through which you can attach certain accessories, like the Lagan travel accessory pouch, to the side of the pack. However, you do not have to limit yourself to Trakke's molly products here. The molly is primarily designed to make the side of the Storr a versatile tool that you can attach whatever you'd like to. Some of you are going to love the versatility that this molly provides. However, we suspect there's going to be some people that will complain about the lack of a standardized side water bottle pocket. So we're going to leave whether you like this or not up to you and your use case. Finally, as we've previously mentioned, every zip on the Trakke Storr is a YKK AquaGuard 5CN. We love the decision here from Trakke, choosing one of the most water resistant zips available on the market. Additionally, each zip features a bright orange zipper pull that we think looks pretty cool, and it will help you easily open the pack whenever you need to. The Trakke Storr features a long diagonal zippered pocket on the front of the pack, and this is for your quick grab items like your passport, any charges you may have, a wallet maybe, and it is enormous and stretches nearly all the way down to the bottom of the pack. You may think that this is great, but in practice we found it to be a tad problematic. If you want to store your small quick grab items, like your passport, in this pocket, you're going to be fishing around to find it most of the time. We would have loved to have seen a smaller additional quick grab pocket somewhere on this pack. Now it's time to open up this pack all the way via its full clamshell opening and check out the main compartment. You'll be struck straight away by Trakke's vivid, bright orange interior. Now it may be a little bit off-putting at first, but this really helps kind of turn the lights on inside of the pack, and it's really easy to see exactly what's going on inside of here. On the left-hand side are two zippered compartments for smaller items that would otherwise get lost in a larger compartment, but can also be used for general organising. We found them to be very useful and think they're a great addition to this compartment. On the right-hand side, there is essentially a large bucket that is ideal for packing cubes. As with every bag, packing cubes are never essential, but we always like to utilise them with large clamshell compartments, and would recommend that you do too. Trakke does have their own packing cubes that are sold additionally to the pack, and they're made of that same orange dry finish waxed cotton canvas. These packing cubes aren't the most compressible, but they do work really well and are incredibly water resistant too. The final internal organisation pocket within this main compartment is cleverly tucked away along the middle seam of the pack, and it's a long, thin zippered pocket that is perfect for any valuables that you'd like securely hidden away. Every good one-bag travel pack needs a laptop compartment, and just like the harness system on this thing, Trakke has absolutely nailed it. Located at the back of the pack, just above the shoulder straps, this compartment will fit a 15-inch laptop with ease. And with dense padding on the outside, you can be assured that your laptop is going to be protected. We've been testing the Trakke Storr for the last 2 months, and it's seen use in Spain and the southwest of England. When we first got our hands on this pack, we could tell that we were really going to enjoy putting it to the test, and it didn't disappoint. It's tough to put into words, but the waxed cotton canvas and quality materials creates a bag that just feels great, and so far it has been an absolute pleasure to use. Because of that wax canvas exterior, marks can appear when something rubs or catches on the outside, but it's important to remember that these aren't actual marks on the material, it's just the wax. And because of the bag style, we think it actually improves the overall look. Trakke does sell reproofing wax if you ever need to layer up the outside of the bag again, which will improve its water resistance and its durability. In testing, the only real cons that we found with this pack was the lack of a standardized water bottle pocket on the side, and also the fact that when you really fill this thing out full of stuff, the front diagonal pocket here can be a little bit hard to gain access to because all of the room and the space inside is compressed. So getting your hand down is just a little bit tight. Now, depending on your use case, the severity of these cons will differ, but we just thought there's a couple things to be aware of from our perspective. When it comes to durability, the Trakke Storr doesn't mess around. The waxed cotton canvas, YKK zips, stainless steel and simplistic design all come together to create a bag that is quite literally made to last a lifetime. Trakke strive to make their bags live as long as you do, which is quite the target, but they're certainly giving it their best shot. Even though we've only been testing the Trakke Storr for around 2 months now, we're confident that it's going to hold up for a lot longer than that. And Trakke has even put their money where their mouth is when it comes to this by offering free repairs forever. Any company that stands behind their product with a warranty like this is commendable, and we're over the moon to see that Trakke has gone down this route. Now moving on to some pros and cons. The Trakke Storr is super durable and made with high quality materials. It's perfect for minimal one-bag travel, and the hideaway harness system works flawlessly in practice, and we really like the way that they've handled this design feature. Now onto some cons. The front pocket is hard to access when the pack is full. We feel that load lifters would improve the overall carry significantly, and the handles aren't the comfiest when you have to hold them for any length of time due to the lack of padding. The Trakke Storr is one of the most beautifully crafted bags we've ever tested, and the pros heavily outweigh any minor gripes we have with this pack. It's handmade in Scotland from quality materials sourced from within the UK, and even comes with free repairs forever. At 30 litres, this pack is ideal for minimal one-bag travel. It looks good in many different environments and can handle just about any adventure you throw at it. If you're in the market for investing in a bag that you can trust will last you a lifetime, and maybe even a few years after that, then the Trakke Storr is worth checking out. Thanks for taking a look at our review of the Trakke Storr, and we'd love to hear from you in the comments what you think about this pack, so make sure to leave one below. As ever, make sure to head over to packhacker.com/newsletter, sign up for our newsletter, and never miss an update. Thanks for checking this one out. We will see you in the next video. Vivid orange interior. La-di-da-di-da.